What is up, guys? Welcome back to Bring Me Joy-Con. Today we need to take a look at Dead Cells because I keep hearing about this game. I keep seeing it places, and everybody was talking about it for about the last year now, and I did not have the pleasure of playing it. So I picked it up when I made a very long drive to a GameStop about an hour away. I saw it there. My other stores around me don't carry it normally. So I snatched up a physical copy, and I was excited to finally get to try this game out. Now, in Dead Cells, you play as a weird, slimy thing. It's like a mass of cells who has taken over the body of a dead prisoner. You go through these levels and fight all these different monsters. Some of the monsters just run at you fairly quickly to hurt you. Some of them actually throw bombs at you. Some of them explode and turn into a bunch of bombs after you knock them down. And so you have to hit them, they fall apart into bombs, and then get out of there so that you yourself do not explode. I really like the different variation of enemies in this game. It's very cool. There's this one in particular that wields two different swords, and he's kind of just coming at you all the time, walking back and forth, and when you get near him, you've got to kind of time it just right so that he doesn't chop you up with his swords. The in-game currency are cells, so when you kill an enemy, the little cells drop out. They're like little orbs, and you pick them up. You can use these orbs to purchase bigger items. You can upgrade, do like permanent upgrades so that you're stronger, your character is a little bit stronger, harder to defeat. You can also find little upgrades throughout the levels themselves and permanently upgrade your character. Well, not really permanent, but when you die, you don't really die. You lose all your items basically and start over, and that's sort of what this game is like. It sort of reminds me of Rogue Legacy in the way that you lose all your stuff and then you start from the beginning, and then the levels are all different again. That is what this is like. So I believe they call it procedurally generated levels. So it's always changing all the time every time you go into the level, and I really enjoy games like that. Some people call it a rogue Metroidvania. I just really like, you're just running and fighting all the time, and it's very swift and it feels very good, and the sound effects are very satisfying, and your sword swing is always it's just a ton of fun to run around and fight these monsters with this sword. And I just kind of got hooked on it right away. I didn't know anything about the game when I picked it up, and I sunk right into it. And the way that you just run around and fight almost reminds me of like a two-dimensional Shadows of Mordor, sort of. If you've never played that, it's very fast-paced, and you're just running with your weapons, your sword, and just stabbing and slashing, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a very satisfying thing to defeat the enemies, and I really enjoy that. You can also pick up different types of bow and arrows in this game, and so you've got your slash, or you can shoot your arrows, and then you've got your running and jumping, and if you play this game a lot, you can get really good at it. That's kind of a few hours in is when you start, really start to enjoy, because you start getting better at dodging the enemies, and you kind of learn their attacks, and then you can figure out how to counter their attacks or how to dodge them more swiftly, and it's just a very, very fun thing. When I very first started playing it, I kept obviously dying towards the beginning because I really didn't know how to do a whole lot, but it's just a very, very good game, and I very highly recommend picking this game up, especially at its price. I believe on the eShop it's like $20. That's so many hours of fun for only $20. It's pretty hard to beat. The physical copy I got was $30. And as you guys know, I am a big indie fan. I really like indie games. I really like side-scrollers that come from these smaller companies, because there's a lot of love that goes into these games, and you can tell that somebody put a lot of effort into making this a very, very good game. And so I just really appreciate that about this, is that there's no sort of lag that I could find, and it's just a very swift. You don't really have to think very hard. You can just go. You can just pick it up and go, and I just enjoy that. There's not too much thinking about it. Some of these big AAA games, you've got to do a lot of thinking and planning, and where am I going to attack next? What am I going to do? And sometimes you just need a game that's kind of mindless, where you can just pick it up, enjoy the music, enjoy the gameplay, and not really have to think too hard. And so that's really what I like about this game the most, I think. Now, when I say that there are different items you can pick up, I mean there's like at least 100 different items you can pick up. There's swords and shields and whips and bow and arrows and all kinds of different stuff. You can also pick up bombs and throw those with ZL and ZR. There's like 4 or 5 different item slots. You can only hold one main item, one long range item, and then the ZL and the ZR items. But I was really surprised by how many different items there were and different item upgrades and things like that. For being a side-scroller game, I was just really shocked at the variety of different things you could pick up and swap out. And, like I said, these smaller companies put a lot of love and care into these games, and that's a very good example of that. The attention to detail on just how many different items there are is pretty amazing. There's also a recycle upgrade, so you can take your unwanted items and turn them into gold, which I have not acquired that item yet, but that's a very cool upgrade to have, and I'm excited to figure out how to get that, because I heard about it. I have yet to see it in my game so far, but this game is a blast, and I will continue to play it, and I'm just really enjoying what I see, and it's not hard to get into. You can just, like I said, you can pick it up and play it, and it's not a difficult game to understand, and it's just a very, very enjoyable game for such a low price tag. So, guys, if you have not just subscribed to the channel, please subscribe now. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord if you want to chat with me, or just hit me up in the comments and let me know if you'll be picking this game up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have an amazing day.